Welcome to Sponsored by Nobody. This week, sponsored by Old Timey Prosthetics, giving you a leg up on the competition for over 2,000 years. Always lending a hand. It is February 2022. It is still February. It is, yeah, it's the Tuesday.
Barely.
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
The Tuesday.
It's the Tuesday.
Yeah, you guys get it. It's the Tuesday.
Yeah, listeners in the future will remember this as the last day that the sun rose.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
What do you know that I don't?
It's the shittiest day. So it's
Excellent.
the Tuesday.
Yeah. You're listening to Leaves in the Jungle, Season 2, Episode 13. In this game, we are using the Wildsea world setting and system. I am Ian the Firefly, and we have...
Austin playing Tzitzi-Yaku, the Bright Jellicray.
Oh, I'm playing Rook the artist. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. I am totally involved and present.
I'm Dylan playing Jisan, the gal.
I'm Jonathan playing Belt, the slug person.
And we have a lovely, wonderful, extra special guest star this week. Who is playing and who is?
Well, I am going to be playing a game with some new friends. I'll be embodying Ighmarst, and I am Rick. I acted as head of playtesting for the Wildsea. I am also a writer and contributor to the final book. If you've enjoyed The Steep Post or the Blood Maw Pirates or a handful of other things, I wrote those. Thank you. You'll see more of my stuff in the expansions. But I am very excited to be playing this game with all of you right now. I have played the most Wildsea out of any human being alive, but I think your campaign is the longest campaign of all games that I am aware of.
Thanks.
I think, yeah, thank you. We tried. I mean, yeah, I saw, I don't know if you fully heard kind of how we got started on the Wildsea, but I saw it like day 2 of the Kickstarter or something and went, oh, this looks neat. And I mean, sponsored by Nobody, we run oodles of other games and other things as well. But I just happened to be looking for a time slot. And so I just started spam messaging everybody I knew, being like, who can make it on Tuesdays? Who can make it on Tuesdays?
And now here we are, the Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. The Tuesday. This is, what is it? This is episode 13. Astute listeners will know that we recorded episode 14 last week. Don't add us. We record out of order. It's what we do. And so, yeah, that's 14 episodes for this season. We had, 16 episodes for season 1? 18 episodes for season 1? I don't know. Anyway. And then we had 8 or 9 episodes for season 1.5, which listeners will know that that's already been posted if they're listening to this, but it's not posted yet as of recording because I need to do a little more editing. Yeah. Anywho. Yeah. So that's, yeah. And then season 3 will be probably 20-ish episodes as well. So that's, yeah, like 60 episodes plus for this like
Plenty
campaign. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty epic. Yeah. We're going to start with an unsetting question, which I definitely thought of ahead of time. But it's going to be, what is the most common lullaby on the Wildsea?
I mean, hopefully not Rockabye Baby, because that would just be terrifying. The bow breaks?
It's just, one of those nursery rhymes like the, was it Ring Around the Rosie?
Yeah.
It's just normal. It's a terrible thing, but now it's a song and fun.
Just death and horror, yeah.
It's a sea shanty version of Baha Men's Who Let the Dogs Out.
I love it.
Imagine there's like leaf wind chimes to like simulate the sound of like the leaves above the child.
Okay.
I think it's a very pretty song that people don't realize is about things that lurk in the darkness and grab people and take them down until they're like adults, and they're singing them to their children who are also being lulled to sleep and thinking, what were my parents thinking? But like their kids also don't. You know, it's like the song "You Are My Sunshine" and how it's a really sad song.
Yeah.
But it's like this beautiful sweetness, like what comes out of the under eaves.
Yeah.
With the
Or it's like a
teeth.
Yeah.
Or like when people are like, I want the song "I'll Be Watching You" for like for like the first dance at my wedding.
Yeah, and it's like
It's like, and everyone's like, oh no.
Oh no.
So I don't know about the most common lullaby across the rustling waves, but I think that for Rootless, the most common lullaby is a song sung not by anyone living, but a song that kind of comes through the starlight as the spirits of the family, the Fleet family, because Rootless Fleet families can often extend their duties past death, and so it's kind of the spirits of the family that are still around guiding and, you know, singing through the stars. That way the kids kind of learn to navigate through the stars, and they still have this connection to those who have come before them, and it's just this beautiful starlight sonata.
Ooh,
that's
very cool. Yeah, I like that. Very cool. Excellent. Okay, well, without further ado, you guys are on your ship. You're traveling through the waves as you usually do. You're not in a random spot hungover, which is kind of odd for your crew, but
I don't trust it.
Yeah, you're just traveling the waves, having a good day. The sun is shining, the sea is green. You know,
What kind of sick genjutsu is this?
And then just on the horizon, as your ship kind of comes about, you can see there's 3 or 4 ships there, and some kind of thing is moving between them, and really just it looks like it's just like jumping about. Rick, can you describe what Ighmarst is doing on these ships? Or 4 ships?
I think at this moment there's 3 ships that have kind of cornered a small outrider vessel, and you're seeing this powerful, even at a distance, wooden form jumping between the outrider, kind of letting it chase and run in certain paths in between the 3 ships, jumping from onto each one to try and literally drag off those that she can, throwing them into the wood before jumping back onto her ship, letting what attacks bounce off of her, swords catch in her arms and taking them with her as she leaves, disarming her opponents with her arms at a distance. It's quite phenomenal. And there comes a moment where you're worried that, she might not make it back onto this outrider, and then you realize that, her plan was never to make it back onto that outrider as it chews deep into the side of one of the vessels. And then your heart comes to a moment of panic and peril as you see that, the other vessel that she had just leapt off of, a powerful pirate ship with a long jaw prow, is going to crash right into this form, is going to chew her up as, well, it does to so much other wood. And that moment comes to be. You hear the body begin to crunch, and then you hear a sound you don't expect, a terrible, horrible whine as the jaw gets shut and clamped, as the engine kind of shudders to a stop on the ship. And moments later, you see that form pull itself out of the teeth, a little worse for the wear, but the other final pirate vessel has turned tail to run because they know that, well, if this being has done just that with their self, we're going to need more than just us to deal with them. Knowing now even that she is stranded without vessel.
I give a hearty and enthusiastic golf clap. Just like, well done.
your ship kind of pulls up alongside the like wreckage of these ships as Ighmarst is, kind of standing on the prow of one of them. I take it, just
just kind of taking that the captain going down with the ship, but this is much more of the child stomping down, but not quite literally stomping, but being the force and pressure that pushes this ship to rest. Because those who laid within it certainly are dead. Kind of. But seeing that you are a ship on the horizon is actually flagging out and signaling to you. What you can see is if you are associated with them, I would run.
I have signaling. I received this.
Let's see. Okay, great, good. You've definitely.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
you
I
don't need
received
to roll
this.
for it.
Yeah.
I'll give this to the crew. No, I'm just juggling the dice in my hand. Dejectedly, because I was very excited to ram one of them. I was all ready, just let's test out the new ship.
Give a guy a saw prow and everything looks like a ship.
We've hit so many things that hurt us so bad, and now it doesn't have to.
Remember the time they let me drive?
We don't let her drive anymore.
We don't-
Everyone knows Ardents are bad drivers, okay?
Whoa, yeah.
Single-minded thing. I don't
Because
get
we
it.
have spines, isn't it?
It's the spines.
It's the spine.
Somewhere in Ectus is like, hey,
No, man, we didn't mean it like that.
different kind, not yours.
It's all the bones in one line. It's wrong. Bones aren't supposed to be like that.
The hell's a bone?
Goes and cries in the corner.
Our party is very spinist, apparently.
Yeah.
I'll send out a message back saying, "Nah, we ain't with them. We're all for destroying pirates." Can you put inflection on signaling?
Do we know?
You kind of wiggle the flag.
Children. That could have been a boat full of orphans.
That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking if you can put inflection on
We
signaling.
need to check next time.
I definitely think whether it's a flag or a light or just some Firefly is like having a wiggle on the last thing. Like,
Question mark?
Hesitant flag wave.
Excellent.
There's another flash. There will be more. Will you help me leave? Because it's fine if you don't. This doesn't come in signaling. This is just me, Rick. It's fine if you don't to Ighmarst. She will walk to where she must, but
I must
it will be
learn the
easier
way
for all of
me
us.
walking.
Let's hop in the Delta Flyer.
Pick her up.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys hop in the Delta Flyer and cruise on over, and you can pick up Ighmarst.
Can I get a description of your Delta Flyer? I can see mechanically what its deal is, but can I get just a little
Picture.
Yeah.
There's a picture.
Oh, we've got beautiful picture.
I would love to see a picture.
I'll throw a picture up.
Commissioned art.
Give me a minute here.
Oh, we got some.
Oops.
It's my background on my desktop. I was just like closing
Oh, I
windows
love
so I
that.
could, but like you're gonna get
I got
it. It's good.
I got a play mat with all of our
you guys.
is this the picture that you posted to the Discord?
Yes.
Some time
the
ago.
Delta Flyer should be in there.
So the Delta Flyer is the small little
Little guy.
box to the side.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Yes, I'm excited.
Give me a second here. I'll throw it.
I'm looking at it at this moment.
Oh, okay. You
If
found it.
it's that picture. Yeah. With the beautiful rainbowic tree upon your prow.
Yeah. So the Delta Flyer, for listeners, is like a flatbedded, like a fishing boat, like one of those little flatbed fish boats with the small cabin in the back, and then just a giant saw in the front, like just a beautiful, huge circular saw in the front. It's the Delta Flyer is a delight,
and it's got a slimy bottom.
Yeah, it does have a slimy bottom. Yes,
Fast, stay maneuverable.
Makes it nice and easy on the waves.
Yep.
Yeah.
And on the ship when we pick it up.
Yeah.
Docus is like, I have to clean that every day.
Sometimes you have to carry it.
Sacrifices will be made. Shouldn't have eaten the food.
Shouldn't have discovered your new gods.
Wait, are we fake creatures now?
I
we be
definitely
fake?
would.
Oh my
Don't
gosh,
answer
we
our
are.
questions. Don't
Can we
make
be
deals
fake
with
creatures
us.
now?
We're basically Miguel and Tulio.
And we
Yeah,
actually have changeling children.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Okay.
didn't leave anything for them. We just kind of took them, but still.
Okay, we're bookmarking this. Belt is going to go talk to Jisan sometime and enable the heck out of this.
Well, I think that the pirates you stole them from wanted to change them from children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Changeling children.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Ighmarst is on your guys' ship. You guys are all there. You can see in the distance the pirate ship is fleeing as fast as it possibly can.
Is it in range of the broadside cannons?
No.
I'm
Not yet.
just so bloodthirsty.
Okay, we're not even on the main ship anymore. We're on the Delta Flyer, bro.
I'm like, this is why I didn't want to install. As soon as I install cannons for you guys, you're like, let's shoot everyone. They're probably pirates.
She called them pirates. I'm all for murdering pirate. I mean, unaliving some pirates.
Ooh, if you would like them to get shot, I have a way that they could still get out a message. So they, if you want them to try and take a pot shot and use this bloodthirst, I've got an idea they can still get out a message.
Go for it.
So maybe you sink this ship and a cool message happens. Maybe you don't sink the ship and they just get away.
I mean, I'm always in favor of the cool option.
Oh,
Okay.
you worded it so perfectly for us. So we all take a swig of our mead.
Yeah.
Remember
Okay.
that disasters still mean something bad happens. So
Yeah. Fire cannons, I guess. If you guys want to try and see if you can just make it out to the ship.
Give someone a cannon.
Yeah,
everything
someone's
looks
on like a
ship.
crank going, we got a new toy, we got a new toy.
As I'm like cranking this around, I'm turning over to Ighmarst. You did say these were pirates, right?
yes, they are pirates.
So
like traditional pirates, or like they stole your heart?
Like the kind that would sate their bloodthirst at any opportunity.
That's all I need.
So here's my pitch. As we crank the cannons, we have it hooked up to a music box so that it starts blasting it starts blasting music that has ominous Hyven, like Latin vocals.
Latin thunderstruck.
Nice.
Did you just say AC/DC's Thunderstruck, but spoken in Latin?
Yes.
Yes.
I can see that all of you are unfamiliar with how to fight war.
Like,
We
maybe
all have our ways, honey.
did it. Try it
Yeah.
our way. See what you think.
I have no idea what you're rolling for cannons, but
Who's actually rolling? 'Cause it sounds like everyone got on this.
it sounds like you said you're turning the cannons.
It sounds like whoever has
So roll
is
hunt.
rolling has at least 2 advantage.
Yeah. Roll hunt with 2 advantage. Go for it. You got
Okay,
this.
let's get my dice.
We're all in
rolling
this
here.
together
So
in these trying times.
Together.
we're gonna use Grace because this is perfectly lined up and it's gonna go wonderfully, especially with everyone's help and hope.
Mm-hmm.
And dancing.
Dance, yeah, I got musical accompaniment. It literally can't fail.
Yeah.
It's just a scene in the movies.
We're all just
Like
air
Last Action
guitaring.
Hero.
Yeah.
And then 2 for hunt, and then 2 for advantage.
What was that? 2 for what?
2 for hunt.
That too.
Yeah, 2 for hunt, huh? Good. Nice. Yep.
Hunt. Okay,
Hunt.
good.
We're a PG
Oh my
rating,
God.
remember?
I'm like, I'm not
Frank.
going to say no, but I just want to make.
Parent.
It really
Yeah.
sounds like you're saying boys hole, Frank.
4, 6, 1, 2, 2.
Okay, so that's a 6 with a twist.
That's a triumph with a twist.
Yeah.
It works.
All right. As I line up the first cannon and the other 2 kind of like match them up with me, or the other three match them up with me. I go along like a torchbearer in the Olympics, dun, 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 and just dun, 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 and it's just perfectly arcing. It's right through the mast, through the deck and hole. And on the last note, as I hit the last one, all you hear is the Wilhelm scream come over.
Dun, 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 dun.
And Ighmarst, you had a twist?
Yes, and so as this ship goes down, there's this beautiful booming cannons, and as like the last bit of that bass of the song resonates across the sea as the ship is now going down, there's a small pop in the distance as a slow, lazy flare circles up high into the sky and bursts in a firework-type shape. However, instead of dissipating and disappearing, those sparks fly off. They don't shoot off rapidly, but they zip off into the sky. And it seems as though they're heading towards specific ships, you would imagine. At least specific locations as they race off. And you now know that, well, likely... Actually, I think Ighmarst would step in. The rest of their fleet will be coming here soon-ish. I would say we should leave, or we can stay and ambush them. I'm expecting about 14 to 15 ships if they all come at once.
Or if it's 14 ships, I say we definitely give them the old flare and flee.
Yeah.
But I mean, you saw the way, because the way that the flares burst, you can see most of them came from one direction. However, if we left some way, we'd likely encounter a few of them as we escape. But we'll
Yeah, but like Zane, we need to break off.
yes. I'm not saying you did a bad thing, but I did say
What
we
makes
should
us
leave.
beautiful?
Okay, 10 to 15 ships.
I'm not feeling it.
We do have a lot of saws.
What
May
are
I
the ships
suggest-
made of? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, may I suggest that we not be here? That is the correct call. We will probably run into some pirates, and then we can use the saw. But we're definitely not going to sit here while they amass around us.
That's
Correct?
Yeah, that's
yeah.
correct.
Yes.
All right, we boogie. We boogie at high speed. Let's get the hell out.
Does Ighmarst have a place we could rally in mind? Cut around to?
I was pretty much just out hunting pirates for sport, so wherever I can get land underneath me is a place I can rally.
Sound logic. I like it.
Gonna fit right in.
Yeah. When you don't really need to do much to sustain yourself out on the waves, you look for other ways to fill your time and life.
I'm just usually finding ways to fill my tummy.
Can I take a second look at Ighmarst here? that last one kind of perked my. I'm not gonna say that like all spiders have antenna, but I do. I just rapidly developed them in this moment, and they just perked up.
Well, one of the kids' masks
know you
has
could do
antennae
that.
on it, doesn't it? So those antennae are going as well.
You betcha. So yeah, what was that last one there?
Well,
That doesn't need to sustain thyself thing.
I'm an ironbound of a sort. I mean,
that's literally all I need to hear.
and I think it's now with the second look you realize that you're not talking to some sort of chelicrae or anything like that, some wooden frame or construction. It is in front of you an iron root statue, moving and walking. A gnarled and old form, her body being much older than she is. She is obviously her frame large but not massive, imposing and powerful. And one thing that she wishes she could change but cannot is the face upon the statue. It is one of anger and violence, and it is something which is scary.
Cool.
I mean, we could
Yeah.
paint over that.
I still would.
Just saying.
Have you considered branching out?
Hey!
I appreciate your humor. As she
Belt calls
reaches an arm out.
dibs.
Oh yeah.
Just
least one of us
curious.
does.
Am I able to see any more insight into kind of what she looks like beyond just the roots and the trees and the face?
So Rook has ghost sight. Ighmarst, does Rook see anything using ghost sight?
I think you can see the animating spark within her, the spirit and soul, because she has the ability to leave her body as well. So I think that you can see that spirit within. And actually, when you were watching that fight earlier, now that I know, you would have actually seen this beautiful, glittering, golden, warm, filled with just this happy and pure light within her. When her form was chewed up by that long jaw, you actually would have seen that golden form tumble out and then crawl back in and crawl out within the form when the body escaped the jaws of the ship.
Nice.
And so now I think looking more closely and clearly, you would see that there is that, spirit and spiritual form within her, that joy overwhelming despite the terror wrought upon her face, and once by her hands, but not by her hands, just next to them.
So
Okay.
when I say belt calls dibs, you need to watch the art episode to understand the layers in that.
Yeah,
and that it means nothing like what normally would be meant by that declaration.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I guess I just kind of I see your beautiful, glowing, warm form, and part of me is awed by just this pure spirit, but also I'm not I don't know how far you've gotten into things, but I am not a fan of the spectral realm and that I can see it and ghosts, and I like mechanical things, and so a ghosty thing inhabiting a mechanical thing and being the cause for its animation instead of mechanics is gross, so I'm just oh, you're beautiful, but also somebody who's not comfortable around certain animals, but
does it
got,
help you
really
that there's
cuddly one?
nothing mechanical about her, that it is all wooden carved
Makes
statue
it
now
worse.
animate? Yeah, sorry, I thought that it might, but I had to say it 'cause it's true.
No, she's
Also,
tactile, explainable, pull apart and figure out how it worksable, and you are my disapproving ancestors. I mean, you're weird.
No, I was just gonna say your disapproving ancestors are why can't you be more like them?
Yeah, do you have any Myers right now?
I think I got one. Yeah, I got one.
Oh, it's not your ancestors one. Okay.
Yeah.
While Rook is having her massive
Internal
dilemma,
conflict.
internal external conflict, having a conversation with the wooden statue, I'm gonna look over at Jisan and kind of just gesture towards the crow's nest or the go button.
You're right. I haven't refreshed this drink in over 45 minutes. Good call, my man. And I walk down into the depths of the ship.
I just stare at him dumbfounded. Grab me one too. Go up to the
The going button.
hold on, my words will find their way into my brain.
Have you tried using a wordy word book?
I don't like those. I take the tiller and push forward away from the direction those glow flies were, because I played too much Monster Hunter to know what happens.
You take the helm.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
I was gonna let you flounder a little while, but I thought I'd help.
Like a Magikarp.
My brain only knows Splash, apparently.
You're taking the lawful neutral god of Baldur's Gate? That's weird.
Excellent. Yeah, you guys can start, sailing off away from all the sparks and the flares, and yeah, it's the Wildsea.
It's wild.
There's trees, there's leaves, there's branches.
What biome are we in?
You know what? you guys can describe this one. I'm going to need... where did my little prompt go for that? And I lost it. Never mind. You guys can still describe it. What are the trees and foliage look like around here? Anybody?
I'm always a fan of like the banyan style boughs.
Nice.
Banyan?
Yeah, banyan trees. Like the trunks are basically the same as the root, or basically the same as the branches. It's all this
yeah.
big,
Just
beautiful,
all
tangled
branches.
knots.
Oh, the
of a
Rafiki tree.
Yeah. Well, wait, no. Am I thinking? I'm thinking of the very beginning of George of the Jungle, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Google, save me.
Yep. No. Okay. Banyan trees. Perfect.
Banyan.
Okay,
Banyan
okay, I
tree.
got it now.
It's a tree, not a problem with your foot.
Okay, so like you said, banyan tree and like Legos exist.
Onion.
Dude. Oh.
Oh no.
They're
Okay.
like they're a ball of just goats.
Oh, I know.
legs.
You've got
Yep.
pure salt of one of them. Last I heard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Salt
Yeah.
Lego.
Okay. What's the like fruit or berry or vegetable around here?
So you know how like banyans have like those like long hanging vines often?
Mhm.
Yep.
They're basically just like long floppy sugar cane.
Okay.
Love that.
Thanks, I hate it.
It's better than a banyan onion.
It does have layers.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, and then what is the local like common animal or rodent or bird or something?
So it's just a crab. Looks like a king crab, kind of, with the pointy shell, except that it has like, I'm going to imagine twice the number of claws. Not
So
the normal
four?
ones.
Not arms, just claws.
So it has four claws?
Maybe even let's even replace its normal legs with claws. So it just has like eight big ass pincers, and it just spiders and flips around.
Nice.
Oh my god.
I kind of like the
love that.
idea of it just kind of having like almost rotating arm sockets so that if you like flipped one over, it would just like switch direction for
Like
its
those
arms and
RC
continue walking.
Like
Yeah.
those RC cars from the early 2000s.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it's spider
But like
crab.
if its arm sockets are like a
Excellent.
Bionicles.
Oh man.
There's no
Oh,
safe place to grab that.
I love it.
And because crabs, they've got like antenna eyes anyway. They can't manage the best on their back, but they can manage better than you think. Don't just flip
Yeah.
them over; they're gonna get you.
Good enough to pinch the hell out of you. Yep.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Whoever wins, we lose.
Excellent. And what's the?
Wait, how big are they? Like crab size?
Oh yeah, how big are they? That is a key.
They
fact.
get as big as their shells will let them get.
Oh, I don't like
God.
lobster mortality on other things. I don't.
Okay, wait.
Doesn't have to be.
They get as big as their shells let them get, right? But like, eventually the shells hatch into a whole bunch of more of them. That's how they make
Okay,
more.
we're going to take a step back from horrible nightmare creature.
Has anybody
Spider
seen
crabs
that
are bad
gif
enough.
of like the spider that gets hit with the broom and then all the little baby spiders
Yeah.
crawl out?
But like also they molt. So like, it doesn't
They
kill it.
molt their young.
I'm
What
going
kind
to
of
say
Yeah.
monstrosity of
Instead
like
of-
a
yeah.
plague have we invented?
instead of making them
Do
really,
we
really
live
big,
here?
it's better to make them like a swarm, I think.
Well, so like this is why the pirates are here, because it's a great place to hide out, because who would want to live here?
And once they get big enough, it's a great source of shell for a
Protein.
ship and protein.
True.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was just
Clam
going to
bake?
say I'm getting the garlic butter. Let's roll.
Yeah.
Like if these things ever got introduced into an area with salananas,
Oh boy.
game over.
Oh no. You could never like put like an unheavily gloved hand on any surface.
Mm-hmm.
You'd need like thick leather like electrical gloves just
No one
to
goes-
go out and like climb.
No one goes back for you if you fall overboard. They just assume you died. It's just the whole reach is one big solid,
But not like impaled,
trap.
just mild poking to death all the way down.
Yeah, it's death of a bajillion cuts as you sink deeper and deeper through the reach.
Wow.
I mean,
It's got dark.
On that
it's
happy
a
note,
good show.
Wait, what? Oh, no.
oh, that ship has sailed
Probably
long
a
ago.
responsible adult.
As we're sailing away,
Wait, one last thing. What is
Okay.
the notable feature of this reach?
I think that was it.
The nightmares that you get. Okay, excellent.
Oh my gosh, it affects Myers and Whispers and things. Like, actually, if you sleep in this place, you're going to have some weird dreams that may result in weird Whispers or Myers,
Excellent,
depending on the
excellent.
dice roll.
Love
They're
it.
dream catchers.
Love it. Oh,
what kind of
love that.
Like you'll wake
horror
up
realm
and
have you made us to?
so you'll wake up and you'll see a bunch of them all clinging together above you, but like it's actually really pretty.
Oh.
And they're just eating your dreams. Like that's what they eat.
Sacrifices
gosh.
will be made.
So I'm not even joking. I had in the back of my head plans for a reach very similar to this, and I love that this just happened naturally.
Oh
It's
no!
free range creativity reach.
Oh, nobody use a whisper. I don't want a dark echo on my ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of our disco. If you look at our ship sheet,
Uh-huh.
the
The disco
whispers
can,
echo on our ship. Can echo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I've seen Metroid Prime.
I love that. That's really cool.
Excellent.
As we're like going away and Jisan's traditionally getting a drink, I'm gonna send my bird up and burn off a mark for a place to make a stand or deal with these pirates.
Yeah, excellent. Just a little ways away, you can see a large banyan tree, and it's sticking out a little bit taller than the rest. And whereas most of the trees have a foot to 2 feet kind of thick sugarcane roots coming up from them, this one has like 4 to 5 feet kind of sugarcane roots just going up. It's massive, and it almost looks like it has more of a circular nature for the roots versus just a wild, sporadic kind of root system. It's a good spot to hold up or defend.
All right, let's rip.
Weigh
No, already. Yeah, so she said. Take your positions, you scurvy dogs! Man the guns, shake the bees. We got some honey to make.
I just kind of mutter to myself as I'm working. I install one measly cannon, and this is how he starts talking. I knew I should have. I told myself not to. I told you not to, but you didn't. You had to do the mechanical thing. I hate myself. You spineless.
Excellent.
I mean, no.
Basically, like Star-Lording over here. It's like, does your voice get deeper? No. This is my voice. I've been a pirate this whole time.
Excellent. Yeah,
And I
as
will
you guys
go normal pace away.
do you guys want to do anything special for preparations, or are you just you're just lollygagging around the ship dancing?
Dare I nap? We don't know what the conditions of this place because we made something cool. I want to use it.
I mean, you're welcome to take a nap. Yeah.
I snooze. I'm like, we got a while until I want to be well rested. I've done a lot of bad self-talk, so now I'm just going to relax and snooze.
Okay.
Rest
So
is
as-
extremely valuable.
Yeah.
So as we begin to make way,
Short rest.
as we begin to make way, Belt is going to take on the task of being the lookout by taking out a chart called Giant Traps,
Oh, nice.
and he'll go to the prow of the ship and hold the chart forward, and then it will rise from his hand and away, like charts do, because charts are just whispers in written form. I'm canonizing it.
Buff charts.
Nice.
Yeah, hashtag buff charts.
Hashtag charts 2020-2022.
Excellent. Yeah, you can using the
Which again, listeners will remember as the last day that had light.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it, Charlemagne. Can you mark my sheet? It's on view only for me.
Yeah, same.
What? Why?
Also,
when
I realized I still have that length of chain from the moose.
Nice.
So that should probably be taken away because I used it.
I'm not
Okay,
going to touch
try
your
that.
stuff, so don't worry.
Okay. I figured you wouldn't, but yeah, try that. Can you guys edit it now?
I thought it was weird because it had me reload earlier.
Sorry. I thought I
it's
could
still
make
on
a
view only.
separate.
Yeah,
I thought I could make a separate thing.
Mine's alive.
There you go.
Okay.
Maybe if I reload it.
Yeah, reload it. Anywho, so Rook is taking a nap. Tzitzi is
Driving and
Driving.
hoping Jisan heard me while I was going downstairs
Excellent.
to bring me a beer.
I
mean, a
definitely
mead.
did.
Yes.
Jisan's bringing a mead, and Belt is using a chart. Excellent. So Belt, yeah, you can use the chart giant traps, and you're like, oh, hey, yeah, this is the area, and all of a sudden there's just giant traps around you guys, and you're like, yeah, no, it's right here.
They always were right here. We just happened to drive in and didn't hit them because they didn't exist in the timeline until he did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know the best thing about the best kind of cheaters?
Mm-hmm.
The dirty cheaters. So I'm going to use the whisper dirty.
Excellent.
Sorry, I'm using whisper dirty.
Excellent. Yeah.
I thought it was the people who cheat using the rules. Oh, those aren't dirty cheaters.
Oh,
They are.
Those are the
They're
worst.
playing fair and weak.
Roll, because we just established that we always forget, but you have your disco and you are on the ship, so roll a d6. If you roll a 6, then you get the echo tag on it.
Do the hustle.
2. So
Okay.
no
so-
tag.
No, you're good. Excellent. Yeah, so you've set up traps and everybody else is doing a thing. Rook, roll me a single dice as you rest.
Oh dear. Okay. It went under my foot. 4.
4?
4.
Okay. Yeah, you wake up and there is just a swarm of crabs above you. And they're like, you have ghost sight.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really know what this is, but like, it's not a ghost and it's not a spirit, but it's almost a part of you, and you don't quite know what it is or what it could be, but they're eating something, and it's not something that gets eaten as far as you know. But it's part of you.
Oh,
We're well versed
being
in
so
food.
weird about this.
Do I sense that it's part of me in a way that I would be afraid to say shoot them and like harm
they're
this?
just dream eaters.
It's like it is just eating your dream, but you have no frame of reference.
Yeah.
What that is? Like it's some kind of almost ethereal essence they're eating that came from you, but you can't, because you have ghost sight. You can almost like squinting. You can kind of see something there, but it's not a ghost, and it's not there normally.
Ighmarst having ritual mask and kind of wandering around. Can she wave these things away from her?
Yes, yeah, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah.
You like flailing around. You scare off the crabs as they skitter away, taking their meal kind of with them.
Yeah.
And
No, that's mine. I think. Yeah, I imagine that also just instinctually, I would have like summoned the bees swarming them.
Oh, yeah,
as
no,
well.
Oh, that's cool. That's much better.
the bees are definitely swarming around you too. They are.
Yeah.
They didn't mind the crabs while you were sleeping, so you get the vibe that it wasn't anything too bad. But
Right.
like once you woke up startled, the bees are like, "What's going on? What's going on?"
Go get my glowy thing back. Bees. I don't even know what that was, but I feel violated. I'm just like, after this, I just kind of like, thank you for scaring those away. I need tea now. And I go and I just like, like shakily make myself tea like that. No. Get cozy,
Tea is so
Blanky. Tea is so good.
They were eating the bits of your dream that you were going to forget in the morning, but you were going to be extra tired when you woke up. So it's not anything that you would miss, but it's still not great to lose it.
Okay.
It's like Never-Ending Story 2. Starts with the superficial memories.
I just kind of like, I guess that's okay.
I
don't
hope
like
you,
that.
That's fair. I hope you can find a way yet to rest. And then I think she just steps out of the door. That terrifying face saying to you, I hope you can find a way yet to rest.
I mean, I can see the warm glow, so I can actually see, like, you saying it. So I'm like, okay, thank you. Never gonna sleep again.
Excellent.
Hey,
Yeah.
my ghost side helped you. I like it.
As you guys are prepping, you can hear just as the hum of ships approaching, and a half dozen ships start approaching you guys.
That's a trap.
Your
Somebody had to eventually.
your traps activate, and let's see here. How many ships are they going to take out? Let's see.
As we snap away from the violence to Neelix in the kitchen.
Two ships are going to go down in your traps, just like getting swallowed whole by pits as they just keep falling.
Jeez.
I'm
A gift from us to soil.
Yep, exactly. You guys look at the beetle on your ship, and you're just like, you got that, right? That we're upholding our bargain, right? For listeners who don't remember / Rick, the crew made a deal with a pseudo Leviathan Gao that lives on the bottom of the sea, and they promised that Gao bodies in any way, shape, or form.
That sounds almost as bad as the skin thieves, folks. But I mean, these are pirates, I guess. But is it okay to?
Yeah, we said it was only bad people.
Yeah. They promised all the dead bodies from the war would go to this Leviathan Gao. Yeah.
So he's a baddies.
You have made a series of decisions, it seems.
Oh man, You don't even know.
Are you thinking about what I'm thinking about? That's not even the worst one, dude.
Our crew is not the good guys. Let's get that real. Let's get that right out of the way.
Comparatively, we're not the bad guys either, though. We're just kind of, the guys.
The term morally ambiguous is thrown around a lot.
You do not need to be good to do right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We have a lot of fun. And things technically get done.
Excellent. Yeah, so there's... Oh, go ahead. There's 4 ships still approaching you guys. They're signaling like surrender now or prepare to fight. Yep.
I'm going to attempt to calm them and say they got the wrong people. We don't know what they're talking about.
You're gonna lure them into a false sense of security?
I've done it before.
Okay.
And just so happen, as I'm saying this and signaling, my scarf is gonna start like kind of wiggling a bit, and out from my head is gonna pop this Oogway faced like multicolored iguana, and like my flag on the same arm that his head is on is going to start like going multicolored.
Okay.
To make it more expressive, as I signal them that it's all good. We don't know what you're talking about. Relax. Got the wrong
I'm gonna
people.
say roll with a cut though, because they are pirates and they don't really care if you're the right people. They just want dead people.
Well, we don't have any of those.
Yeah, they got literally the wrong people.
You don't have any of those yet.
We're all alive and fleshy over here. Well, mostly.
And one's animate, which isn't dead.
It's not really alive either.
So I'm going to use...
Or is it more alive?
Instinct for this with signaling.
Mm-hmm.
And do I get one for the chrome iguana?
Yeah, you do get one, but then you cut one.
Oh,
So
I'm
you
okay with that.
You roll the number of dice and then take the top number off.
Okay, rolling 3, cutting 1. 3, 1, 2.
Oof.
3, 1, 2. So that's a 2. Oof. Okay.
I was hoping for I was trying to use the chrome iguana. 3 conflicts is triumphs. I'm trying to calm yourself or others.
Yep. Unfortunately, these are angry
Trying to
pirates.
shaggy it, guys. The ghost was not taking it.
And they are like seeing you start signaling to them, being like, no, we're definitely not the people you're looking for, as their 2 ships are falling still. And you can like hear them screaming. They're like, oh yeah, no, you guys are definitely not the ships we're looking for. And they're just gonna fire upon you.
What kind of Flying Dutchman vertical cannon bullshit?
Well, like obviously not the ships that are sinking are firing on you.
Oh, well, they suck.
The other ships, the other 4 ships, the not sinking.
Our last act suspension!
Alright, let me get to the ship sheet.
We have homing missiles.
Alright, I'm ready to maneuver the ship.
Yeah, roll.
I have a bird's eye view.
I assume it would be roll tilt to dodge. And yeah, you're going to take damage either way. It's just how much
I must
damage.
honestly say, I have not read those rules in the book yet. Are those in the book?
I believe it's tilt to dodge. I'm going to say it's tilt to dodge.
Hey, that means it's tilt to dodge, and I support this choice.
All right, tilt to dodge. We're using bird's eye view to make sure, like a Sid Meier's Pirates. 4, 1, 2.
Hey.
4, 1, 2. Okay, so that's not bad.
I just
conflict.
cannot roll today.
So yeah, you guys are going to take some damage. I'm going to put that on your armor, I take it, because, yeah. And, yeah, you guys take a bit of damage, but the ship's nothing serious has been hit. The pirates they're aiming up to fire again soon, though.
I'm going
So
to...
you guys got to figure out a plan.
Going to turn the speaker down because I know Rook's about to yell at me.
No.
Wouldn't you want to turn the speaker up then so you can't hear her?
No, I still want to hear what she has to say, but she's just going to be really loud about it.
Yes?
Stop blowing holes in my shit.
Stop blowing holes in me. At this point, I accept my fate. I'm still mad at you, though.
I'm definitely going to still just be driving towards that safe point.
Oh, no, you guys are at the safe point.
Oh, we've made it.
Yes.
You've been there a while, dude.
It's that spot from which we are ambushing.
Yes. So you can now drive out of the safe point and ram one of these ships if you so choose.
Cut back,
Or you
drop
can
turn.
continue to use the safe point as kind of cover. However works.
Well, I don't think we stealth.
Nah, I don't think so either.
No, you don't.
I think we just full tilt roll out of there, saws of spitting and munching into these guys.
Are you testing out that ripsaw prow now?
Oh, absolutely.
Guys, we're gonna do that.
Like a can
But
opener.
like a whack-a-mole. We're just gonna keep coming in and out from angles they won't expect from the banyan. Just wow.
Use the winch claws to grab down and hit hard
That's
turns.
the dumbest looking attack.
Inside drift around them into other ones.
Yeah. Hey, just whip me off of you into one of them. I'll look at the pilot enough so he dies and the ship crashes. Don't worry.
I'll shoot you over.
That's a power I have as a ghost lady.
Excellent. Yep. I love it.
I'm not joking, though. I could look at the pilot of one of these ships until he dies and his ship crashes into another one.
Let's
take
do
it.
it.
Try that.
Let's do it.
Something
Okay.
that is potentially possible. If it fails, it probably goes bad for me, but that's something doable.
Okay. So
I mean, anything about look. Yes, do that.
yeah. So you're ramming a ship and then swinging Ighmarst off of your ship. Okay. Who's Tzitzi? You're driving.
I don't need to be swung off of the ship. I just need to be swung in such a way where I can look at one of the pilots of the other ships, and then it's all over for all of them.
Oh, well,
Excellent.
if you have no complaints, we can put you in the grabby claw, not the winch claw, but the grabbing crane. That's got much more range.
Are you just gonna put Ighmarst in your guys' like cargo crane and just like spin them around and then just yeet them like a catapult?
Yeah, we'll call it the fastball special, and we'll throw some evil eyes at them and see what happens.
I don't need to be that close to them, but sure, you don't need to throw me. I can stay in your ship and do it, but if you want to throw me, I'm not saying don't throw me or you can't throw me.
See,
I'm just saying it doesn't need to be an option, but I know how role-playing games work, so it is an option.
I'm picturing this in character. I'm picturing Ighmarst just being like, "No, you guys don't get it. I don't need to be thrown. I can walk over there. It's fine." And everybody else being like, "No, it's fine. Don't worry about this. We do this all the time."
We've
They're
already
like
started
laughing.
ignoring you.
Not really
Ighmarst
good at
is like-
boundaries.
Ighmarst is like, are you guys drunk? When did that happen?
When has it not been happening? Pulls out flask.
You all let the crabs eat your dreams.
I wouldn't say let.
Also, it is now that Ighmarst notices Jisan just passing out like flasks of alcohol and hallucinogens as
I just picture like he's just passing it around and it's just going down the line and they're getting to the children and Dokes is just using his other arms to take them away every time they grab one.
yeah.
While eating them himself.
Oh yeah.
And then we got Andy over here in a corner with like a shaker going no, shaky shake and pouring out drinks.
Yeah, the flim
Hey!
himbo hasn't quite caught on yet.
Are we having a party? Are we inviting those guys over for the party? Is that what they're here for?
In a way, yes.
So using my bird to provide bird's eye view, we're gonna like whack-a-mole in and out of the thing and catch him off guard.
Okay. Roll me saws.
Okay.
And depending upon how well you roll, will give either advantage or disadvantage to Ighmarst as they get yeeted.
As this is... How is everyone downstairs handling this?
We're drinking.
Yeah, they're drinking.
We're all drinking.
All right, 66, here we go. The kids just sparkling cider.
Yep. They just get
6,
straight.
2, 1, 4, 3.
Perfect. That's a 6. That's no twist, just a success. You are able to ram into one of the ships, grab it with your grabber claws, and just start sawing through this thing. Which means you're held steady pretty well, while who wants to operate the crane and yeet Ighmarst?
Is it customary that you throw your new friends? I'm not opposed to it. I'm just saying we had alternative options. But if it's a custom, that's fine. I'm fine with this, is what I'm saying. I'm fine with being thrown. It will
Turns
be cool.
and whispers to friend, if we say yes, then we get to throw her.
Finger guns. So, like, we're on this. Same thought pattern. I think me and Rook are going to cooperate this so that
Excellent.
neither of us has to hold the entire blame of failure if we do it wrong.
Yeah.
Excellent. Roll. What would yeeting on a crane be?
Whatever
On
they
drugs,
damn well
probably.
justify it as.
Yeah,
tell
I'd
me-
love to see this.
Yeah, tell me what you're
Flourish.
justifying it and flourish. I'll give you
Absolutely.
flourish. I'll give you flourish.
And I'm going to say an instinctual flourish.
Yeah. And you can take advantage because this is showboating. This is definitely a flourish. Yeah.
What were the rules for helping?
You can add an advantage die, but you open yourself up to the potential consequences of the disaster or conflict if one such occurs. If it's a triumph, then you get to share in the glory of helping in the triumph.
So yes, Rook, you are helping.
Yeah.
So roll away Jisan with advantage.
Oh boy, howdy.
That's 6 with a twist.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
You know what? Ighmarst, do you want to describe how you get yeeted?
No, I would love to hear how they throw me, and I'll describe it once I'm in the air. Once I'm out tumbling, I'll handle that. I feel like I should still roll to look a guy to death.
Oh,
but
yes,
we
yes.
know that I'm going to be in the exact right spot.
Well, we'll get you there. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's I'd love to hear from those who threw me how the throwing goes, and once thrown, I'll tell you how she flown. That's how words can be.
Yep. Yep.
So we crank
Do
it
English
to the side.
too.
Yeah.
We crank it
I'm
to the
just
side and
imagining
we just keep cranking.
Ranking like a maniacal, giddy child.
Yep. And so
Like-
it begins to turn, and then it begins to spin, and eventually you go from hanging down at the end of the crane to hanging outward. It's because the centripetal force is driving you outwards.
And at one point, I see it perfectly slow mo, just this angry face staring at me as they defy the laws of physics, going perfectly
Defy the
perpendicular
flaws.
around in a circle.
More like temporarily ignore the laws of physics.
Looking thoroughly serene and terrifying at the same time.
The world's angriest Beyblade.
Knowing that she will be delivered exactly where she ought to be by her new friends.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold up my horn of mead here, or one of my many horns of mead that I have gone through and or handled during
I
this
assume you
period
have
of
one
time.
in each hand.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pass it to
picking
you.
with?
So as you go by at Mach 1000 and grab it out of my hand, I'm also gonna pull the release lever.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, you're sailing through the air with a glass of mead in your hand.
I think that what ends up happening is as she is flying through the air, as she's released, immediately she throws her body into a cannonball tight coil to somersault and tumble. You can see that minimal mead spills out of the bag as she flies, and as you think that she's just going to turn herself into a cannonball, which is cool. But that's not what happens as she throws out her arms and legs suddenly, and a large amount of drag kind of picks up right as the wind catches, and she is heavy and large, so it's not as though the wind is able to carry her far, but it carries her to just the right angle, so she's able to see through the small slits, and there's just a brief charged moment. But before we get to that charged moment, there's a twist on that roll, right?
Actually, before we get that twist, can I just add a little bit of flavor to that?
I would love for you to add
Yes.
to this, please.
I also gave Scraps instructions to run over to where the speaker system is, and right as you're doing this, you hear the record scratch to Wrecking Ball. Just the chorus.
Yes.
I came in and then continue.
Excellent.
Love that. Thank you for adding that.
Of course.
Yeah, there's a twist there. If anyone wants to
Yes.
give a twist,
Open to the floor.
Did you go spread eagle? As you flew through the air?
I at the end there, yeah, I did.
The twist will be you like catch and like tear off the sail of like another ship that's using like those stupid like solar sails.
Oh yeah, love that.
As they're like passing underneath, like what the heck is? Shh! Oh no! It's like ninja starring through the air.
Yeah, I love that. Just big wooden body made for war. Let me tear your sails without even meaning to.
Take that, solar power.
Yeah, son. I'm made of wood. I don't need you to live now. Take that.
Consume you.
But yeah, I guess I'm gonna look a guy to death, huh?
Yep.
Please do.
Or at least try to.
I don't know what you're gonna roll for that, but
So this is the die pool that I have in mind here.
okay, yeah.
I have teeth. I have 2 for signaling, because I think it's the way that it's going to come across most. I have 1 from the aspect stare down, which is it's a mesmer aspect, which is one of the new posts which came out with the release of the official book, which allows you to assail the mind of someone who can see you with unwanted sensation. Allows you to deal salt damage or long range salt damage to enemies that can see.
Excellent. That sounds perfect to me. I'm loving this.
I remember talking about that during our last montage sequence.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to add a whisper here, because I can, and I think it's fun. I've got a beautiful whisper, distant greetings.
Yes.
I think it brings us up to 66 total, because I have 1 for my teeth, 2 for my signaling, 1 for the stare down aspect, and 1 for distant greetings. So 66, right? Or no, 5d6, because I only have 2 in signaling.
Yes, and you would get an advantage because you got an advantage from the others perfectly throwing you.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty intimidating.
So it is 6.
Awesome.
Yeah, so
66.
you're 6.
Fantastic. Yeah. I got a pair of 5s. Okay, so I got a lot of 2s, a lot of 3s, but also 2 5s. It's weird. I got 2 5s, 2 2s, 2 3s.
Okay.
Everybody gets a
conflict with a twist. Go for it.
Can I do this one?
I would love for you to. Tell me what happens as I look a guy to death.
So as Ighmarst just like gets yeeted across, like cartwheeling, not spilling. Have you seen Trailer Park Boys?
Yes.
So the one character never spills their beer, no matter what happens.
Oh yeah.
Oh Ricky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
so,
how appropriate that I am Rick.
So Ighmarst does not spill a single drop of mead as they cartwheel through the air, through a sail, and right by this perfect tiny, like this slit must only be like an inch by like 5 inches. You know, this is like an arrow slit or something. This is tiny, and Ighmarst just perfectly catches the eyes of the captain on this enemy ship as just for a split second, Ighmarst looks at them, and all of a sudden, all the ancestors of this captain come out from the grave and just go, no, you're done. And just take their descendant with them back down as Ighmarst continues to cartwheel through and just crash lands into another ship. You can take 1 point of damage for crash landing.
Okay.
But you are now on one of the other ships, and just the captain he just was like, yeah, it's my time. I get it. I gotta go. All his ancestors came up for him, and we're like, yep, you did good.
I love the idea. All the ancestors came up like, we're gonna take your spirit now before she gets to you, because man, you don't want to have that. This is gonna be better for you, friend. Come on along.
I just love the implication that one of the causes of death is your ancestors decided that it was time.
Just like, you know what? Nope.
It makes so much more sense now that like why Rook is so stressed about her family.
Literally happened to my Uncle Terry. They were like, you know what? You committed war crimes, so
Yeah, and Rook is like, if I don't lift more, they're gonna decide my time is up. That's enough reps for you.
Oh, I love it.
Oh no, I don't like it.
So,
welcome to my hell.
You guys have successfully managed to drop 2 ships in pits, saw through 1 ship. You've killed the captain of another ship. You've destroyed the sail on 1 ship, and you've crashed into another. How many ships is that? 2 ships in a pit, 1 ship in half. 1 ship captain is dead, 1 ship's sail is damaged, and 1 ship has Ighmarst on it damaged. Yeah, so there's 3 remaining ships.
Okay, I'm gonna let the Leviathan that we met know that it's dinner time by using the whisper "lots of meat."
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh boy.
So maybe that Leviathan coming up to collect could maybe either grab or damage another ship.
Oh, man.
Which Leviathan? Sorry, the Gal Leviathan, Soil, the researcher. Yeah. As you whisper "lots of meat," and as you watch the captain leave that ship with his ancestors, you just see some mushrooms appearing on the ship, and it just kind of explodes, like all over. Like where 1 mushroom was, there's now 10. Where 10 mushrooms was, there's now 100, and they just start bubbling all over it. And then the ship just kind of folds in on itself and goes down into the waves. Yeah.
I'm gonna like cover my face because I really was not expecting to see something that
Awesome. Yeah.
yeah, maybe you think it's awesome, but I'm sitting here. Are we seeing the same thing? Because my context for watching the propagation of that intensity,
it wasn't great.
Just look over you, and I'm like, "Do you need a minute? Do you need?"
I need a cold shower.
I was gonna say, do you need a shower? Yeah.
I actually kind of feel bad about that one.
Question: would you say that would be providing meat for a grand feast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mark off a mire because that's one of my drives.
That's fair. Get it where you can, man.
I'm gonna say, Jisan, you can take a mire from this.
Outsiders are difficult to trust.
Actually, wait. What are my miters again?
Yeah.
Keen Fear, the Quick.
So there's 1 full health or 1 undamaged still, and 1 that has its sails wrecked.
1 has Ighmarst on it, and 1 has its sails wrecked. Correct.
Yes. Well then.
Well, that's my.
I pilot it to intercept the one that Ighmarst is on at the front end of it.
Okay. Roll. You know what? Honestly, you guys, if you don't want, you don't need to roll if you don't want to.
We can fail.
Okay. Yeah. Roll saws then, as you attempt to ram the ship that Ighmarst is on to get Ighmarst back.
At the front. I'm not like trying to like. Oh, there's the beacon of Ironwood.
That one.
I'm not.
Okay, so the Beacon of Ironwood is gonna be our next ship name.
It's a good ship name.
See, we almost failed. 4, 3, 2, 1, 1.
Okay, 4 with a twist. So yeah, you can ram the ship. Ighmarst, you can take another point of damage as they ram you slightly too hard. And does anyone have... I know what I said.
So do we.
And does anyone have a twist for it?
Oh man.
If you got one, go ahead. Otherwise, I have one.
I don't really have one right now.
So,
okay.
As we hit the ship, Jisan is thrown off and lands on top of Ighmarst.
on the ship that... Oh no, that's the other ship. Wait, the ship that was mushroomed up though, that was the other ship.
That was the other one. That one's gone down.
Okay. Nah, because that would have been funny if we flung him onto that one.
Yeah, so it's like, as Jisan's like coming to terms with what he just saw, he wasn't like quite ready for my insanity. He's just flung off the ship and like lands on top of Ighmarst.
Fungal friend, let us wreak havoc.
Classic mushroom meets tree.
You know what? I'm down with this. I'm gonna unsling my frying pan from my back and go to wreak havoc, as is the way.
Excellent. Yeah, you guys can utterly demolish this ship in no time. The last and final ship with sails damaged is gonna start fleeing. It is.
Yay.
You guys are nightmares.
Yeah.
You don't stop the beat echoing across the waves.
I'm gonna over the rim of his mimosa. Bert utters the words, "Going out of business." Uses that whisper. They're gonna quit being pirates.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
I use
a
the power
cocky
of habit.
whisper I've ever heard.
love
Like,
that. Oh,
Enjoy your career change, boys.
yeah, you had enough.
Excellent.
there'll be
Scared
accountants.
Their ancestors came to them like, you have a chance right now. You have a chance right now. Pick it. Take this route.
Their ancestors are all pirates, and they're like, no, we good.
I almost want to say that we meet them 3 episodes from now and end up recruiting them to our war.
They all have a shock of white hair now. From the horrors they've just witnessed in the
We're
span
all
of like
rocking rogue.
5 minutes of like leafy combat. 5 ships, all sized medium to large, disappeared from sight. With
They've
one
all-
musical jam ship coming out of the Nightmare Banyan. That's a Meyer, I'm pretty sure.
Excellent. Yeah, I've added terrified ex-pirates to your reputation sheet.
Nice.
So,
Excellent.
Yeah. They exist on the Wildsea now. Yeah, they are not pirates anymore, and they will get the heck out of here real fast. They want nothing to do with this. Yeah, you guys you're fine, more or less.
Does that mean we recovered a whole ship? Like the one we're stuck in?
Yeah, you're stuck in like. Well, I mean, it's. I wouldn't say it's recovered. You got to think, Ighmarst and Jisan had a lot of fun on it, so it's pretty damaged. But you'll get some parts and stuff from it for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
let's
was
just,
just
So you're saying we get some cargo?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do.
we're gonna clamp onto it with our clamps,
give them to clamps.
and then we'll just drag it alongside us.
Excellent.
And then we can use the cargo crane to drag the half of the other one.
Yeah. I'll give you guys 2 cargo at the end of session here, for that. But I think that's the end mostly, unless you guys want to talk to Ighmarst a little bit more.
Well, yeah, we need the epilogue.
Would you like
Yeah.
to join our?
Yeah.
We need to do
Yeah.
the sales pitch.
Yeah.
Join our MLM. I mean, forever war.
I heard there's a ghost that keeps knocking over cups that just could use a talking to. Just get him to pick up a pen or something.
Oh yeah, that guy. And you know who that guy likes is this other guy who's just the worst.
Oh, yeah. That ghost. You're discussing Reynold, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Reynold. You happen across like as like the crew and the ship and everybody is like starting to take apart the other ships. You notice a 7-year-old boy holding a skull and talking
Hamlet
to
style.
it, like Hamlet style. The boy is clearly talking to the skull. However, there is a ghost standing. Like you can see the ghost is like moving around trying to get the boy's attention, but the boy can't see the ghost. He's just talking to the skull, but he can hear the ghost, and they are conversing back and forth in Hyven.
And I'm just kind of watching this, like, yeah.
Due to the ghost heart aspect, I am always fluent when communicating with ghost spirits and other Ironbound, regardless of languages used. So even though they're speaking in Hyven, it matters not to me. I can understand a little bit, at least probably about as much as the boy does in Hyven, but whenever that ghost speaks, whenever that spirit has words pour forth from it, they come through clearly and cleanly in Ighmarst's understanding.
Yeah, you can hear the ghost. It's like, now quickly, while they're not looking, go onto the ship, find everything shiny, and stuff it in your pockets.
No. He's not saying find everything. He's like, all right. Go onto the ship. Ignore the obviously shiny stuff. What we're looking for is the good thing. Trust me. Like,
yeah.
So basically, what the ghost does is he whispers advice that like our parents would call bad advice, but like it's really solid streetwise advice. It's stuff like leave the silverware, take the painting.
Don't get greedy.
Quite literally, what Ighmarst was going to say at first is if you stuff everything shiny in your pockets, you're going to get stabbed by a knife. Whether the one in your pocket or the one that comes for what's in your pockets. But now if you're switching it to that, then I don't know.
Oh, yeah. It's like, again, like, don't steal the silverware. If there's a painting, suckers buy art.
I think Ighmarst looks to the child and... you shouldn't listen to the advice of ghosts. Consider how they got there in the first place.
Tumstums is going to look at you for a second. And actually, Jisan, you were Tumstums. What is Tumstums doing?
He clearly doesn't believe in ghosts. He thinks that, like, you're just a giant wooden statue that's talking to him. He doesn't perceive that you're a ghost either, He's just like, uh-huh. Sure. Well, if I see any, I'll be sure to not listen to them.
You're doing a good job of not listening already. You're listening very well to me, however.
I feel like there's like an indication, just like Jisan said that she says she sees ghosts and she's crazy is what I'm supposed to say to that.
But, oh, yeah. The whole ship has gaslighted Rook into believing they don't believe in ghosts. It's a problem.
Crazy or one-minded thing.
I really need to convince Reynald to use his ghost hand to draw or write or something. Jeez.
He's just like, gets an idea to do like ghost writing on the wall to mess with people, mostly just Rook.
I think does Reynald like do anything with that ghost hand ability while he's talking with the child when he's talking with Tums?
Not really. Like every now and then you see him like he'll move something, like if Tums is walking or something, he'll move things out of the way for Tums or like help him out.
I imagined him like friendlily tussling his hair. He's a 7-year-old after all. They like to have their hair tousled, especially if you're making a point here or there.
No, he doesn't normally touch Tums. Like he doesn't, because
good. I wouldn't want a ghost touching me either. But, like, that's good about it. Oh, I'm thankfully doesn't.
No, like he doesn't tussle his hair or anything because he doesn't like, he knows Tums doesn't believe in ghosts, so he doesn't want to scare Tums too much, kind of thing. And so as far as Tums believes, he's just talking to the skull, and the skull talks to him. Yeah. But, like, the skull can move things. He knows the skull has, like, telekinetic powers, I guess it would be. Yeah.
Well, I want to just look right at the ghost and address them directly. It's probably the first time anyone's done that in a while. And just use your time for something better than this.
You can fully understand me? He just kind of looks at you shocked. Oh, I've been stuck here with them. Just kind of gestures.
We're picking our teeth.
I was on the bottom of the sea for hundreds of years, just getting experimented on, and now I'm up here, and I'm gonna enjoy it. And this kid's smart. He's going places, and I'm gonna take him there.
Think now, first, of the places you've already been. You would subject this child to those places?
Oh, goodness, no. This child is avoiding all the places I've been.
How do you expect, then, to guide this child?
By doing the opposite of what I did when I was alive.
And you're going to tell a child to do this, and it's going to do the opposite? You need to make your problems and not other people's.
Can I respond with that one?
Yeah.
Like as the ghost?
Yeah. Please.
So you're telling me to give the kid bad advice?
No, I'm telling you to
come
do
on,
something else.
He can't leave his skull. He's physically tied to his skull. He's
spiritually, but yeah.
or spiritually, yeah. Like I am unable to leave. Like you see him try and like walk more than 10 feet away from his skull, and he just kind of gets bounced back to the skull.
Like a bungee cord.
You can work within that space. Ask for a pen.
To do what?
You have the ability to draw, you have the ability to write, you have the ability to create instead of corrupt, as you are doing.
Do you think these people would read anything I wrote? They just think they wrote it.
Then don't write it, draw something.
We'll just steal all his artwork,
Draw
too.
something beautiful enough for people to want to look at. Take yourself places.
Our ship is basically the front page of the internet. I made this. No, I made this.
Listen, look. Do you see that over there? And over there's Belt signing his own name onto a painting.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what I have to deal with. I'm making the best of it.
No, you are making the worst
Someday,
of it for this child.
Also,
this kid is doing so well with me here.
Also, can I just say that while this is happening, I'm like trying to gesture to the other crew, like, see, they're talking. It's not just me. There's a person there, and everybody's just mocking me for it, kind of reinforcing the degree to which these people will listen to any kind of communication.
We're nodding very slowly. I'm putting my arm around your shoulder and like patting you on the other shoulder with my other hand, and
I'm
gently
starting to
leading you away.
hyperventilate.
We know, Rook. We know.
Tumstum's just kind of looks
The
at you
paper
guys,
bag all of a
'cause
sudden.
He can pick up bits and pieces of the conversation, and he's just gonna be like, I'm doing great. Also, I don't need advice from a statue.
You need it less from a skull.
That's, I don't know. He's taught.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Device is like, oh hey, that.
Like Tumstums pulls out like a gold chain and like a bunch of rings and like a
the
like
stuff we stole.
butterfly knife.
No, it's not even stolen. He won it.
Yeah, he's like I do bee racing. I also now speak a dead language. Apparently, I speak Hyven. I'm doing pretty good here.
Sorry, son. You do what? I'm gonna like lean in real close, and I'd be like, "Bee racing. That's an interesting term that I'm pretty sure I didn't teach you."
What are you talking about, Jisan? I never said bee racing. The statue said bee racing. You're getting me in trouble, statue.
I'm reaching into his handful of like all of the loot that he was just showing off, and I'm like, this looks nice. And I'm gonna pull out like again an old man gold chain. And I'm going to just pull it out and I'm going to be like, that's really nice. And I'm going to put it on and I'd be like, I think this looks really good on me. Don't you?
Yeah, I was definitely going to give that. That was your birthday gift. Yeah, that was.
You ruined the surprise, Jisan.
I just turn over to Jisan and I'm like, it's the skull. This is the corrupting influence on him. It's not you, it's the skull. That's who he's learning it from. You're not the one teaching him.
That's a really good theory, and let's stick with it. That is now our official headcanon.
I kind of lean back on my chair all like asshole style. I'm like, this is what happens when you let one-mindeds hang out with like a lot of people. Now all of you are seeing the imaginary ghost too. I just kind of lean back to the table.
Speaking of which, that's my trophy. I'm going to pull Reynold out of his hand and then be like, you know what? I bet this would look really baller attached to your skull.
Oh man, if there's any more
walking
gaslighting.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to walk out of the room with Reynold.
Belt's crossing his arm. He's like, well, now you're just stealing from the kid.
As you're leaving and like Reynold's being like pulled behind with you, he's just like, one day I will mess up your soup. I will add too many spices to it and you will not enjoy it.
I don't eat soup.
No, he's talking to
Jisan.
Jisan.
Oh, good.
Cursing me because I can I can't hear him, I can't see him, and even if I could, I probably wouldn't care.
Also, like, he keeps adding spices to your like things, and you're like, oh, it's delicious. I'm glad I added that.
It's like the reverse Remy from Ratatouille.
This guy literally is just do the opposite, and it works out. I love it.
So, like in the last episode, we did like a day in the life of everybody who isn't the main crew, and like Tums snuck off and like went bee racing and stuff, and Reynald was just giving him really solid betting advice. So it's all the stuff that you wouldn't want your kids to be hearing, but like you as an adult would really like be like, no, like
That's solid advice.
Really good advice. Like, thank you. Like, wow. Like teaching him how to play blackjack, and like when he gets ahead, he's like, no, stop. You're good. You won.
Know when to quit. You got to know when to hold them. Know when to fold
If you leave now, the house loses and you win. Go home. It's okay. So that's when he showed up. He's like, look at all the winnings I got, guys.
Love it.
It's good. And I think on that note, we'll end the episode. I was Ian the Firefly.
I was Austin the aggressor.
I'm Rook, the very frustrated.
I'm Dylan, the crane operator.
I'm Jonathan the enabler.
And our extra special guest star.
I am Rick, and I was playing a game with my friends.
Aw.
We're friends now.
Awesome.
You threw me with a crane. Of course we're friends.
There's some things that you just can't go through without becoming friends. Turns out chucking your friends on cranes is one of them.
You accepted me
Throwing
after I
friends.
looked a guy to death and scolded a child.
I was gonna say no to you. What do you
Can't say enough to that horrifying face.
You
I think my favorite item is still, I think the Ridgeback had one where it's like, you have an item that uses spirits to deal salt damage, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a ghost gun.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I think for one of the playtests, he was like, yeah, he has a ghost gun. It just shoots ghosts at people. Like, they hate it, but he has plenty of ammo.
I love it.
And we are sponsored by nobody. Signing off.